welcome back. Today we are glad to have our CEO and the founder of Esperance Foundation, and it's during the last day of the conference, and we are glad. We wish to hear from her so that we can understand what the organization is all about and what's the main theme for today with our CEO. Can you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Harrison. My name is Esperance. I'm anyway part of Esperance Foundation. Yes, I'm the one who started it, but I believe always that it's because I had a good team to start this organization. Otherwise, I was not going to make it. I thank God, especially because He's the one who made me starting this organization. From what I promised to Him, I was able to fulfill it. Thank you.
So we'll start from our first question today about the mission and the vision of Esperance Foundation. How does Esperance Foundation prioritize the dignity of the incarcerated women and children in prison as per your vision and mission?
Yeah, as per our mission and vision, actually we take care for women and children. We love them, first of all, because the love is all about accepting somebody and giving somebody the value. We value them. Somebody, when he goes or she goes to prison, she feels like she has lost all about her. So we try our best and give them back hope that they're still human beings. Yes. And they have a value and they can do all they think that they're losing. Actually, how we give them the priority is to show them that no matter what is happening, they shouldn't repeat the same mistakes. That's the one thing. And then even those, there are some ones who are very innocent, who did not do anything. And there are those children who are innocent because all the children are innocent. They were not supposed to be with the mothers in prisons. It's very hard to explain this because it's something which happened to me. I saw how my children suffered when I went to prison. Myself, I couldn't have peace. I think there are two things which we have to think a lot is about what we're trying to do is to tell them, live, have a life. You are a human being, and live for yourself and live for your children. And we are showing those children that we love them. We are the mothers, we are the fathers in Esperance for Women and Children Africa. The good thing, we are men and women who love those children and their mothers who are in prison. And what we do again, we love them even after the prison.
Yes. So our second question is all about what initiatives do you put in to ensure that the prisoners or the inmates are having their right in the prison without any form of discrimination, whether based on age, gender, or the type of mistake they did, so that they can be in prison?
What we do in Esperance for Women and Children in prisons is to make them, first of all, gaining their self-esteem and understand that a human being is a human being. A human being is different from an animal. No matter of how somebody can look like, no matter of where somebody is coming from, but their rights as human being are given by God. They should really give that as a priority and help others, even when they are inside, knowing that a human being is a human being. I think there is something which I always give as an example. It's from where I'm coming from.
Yes.
People, they once thought that others are not human beings. Before 1994, in Rwanda, people started killing each other and telling people that they're animals, they're not human beings, and they were just not considering other people. I always tell them in prisons that do never do that, because it killed a lot of people and I became the victim because my father and the other relatives were killed for not really considering, being a victim of not others considering you as a human being. A human being is a human being. We should respect each other. We should give each other value. We should love each other. No matter of how one can mistaken one issue or another one, but we are human beings. Thank you.
Yes. So from your presentation on Tuesday during this conference, you mentioned something about rehabilitation. What approach, as a CEO and the founder of Esperance Foundation, do you ensure that the type of rehabilitation taking place in prisons, mostly in Kenya and in Africa as a whole, are more perfect?
Yes, I spoke about the rehabilitation, which is, first of all, my priority when somebody is in prison and getting out of the prison. I always talk about my example. When I was in prison, I was saying, God, take me out of the prison. But I didn't get any organization like Esperance for women and children, even though I got some people who were religious and who helped me, who could tell me what will happen to me after the prison.
Yes.
Yeah, but I really thank God because I had that opportunity of telling people I have it. I always tell people when I meet them that you are here for just being corrected.
Yes.
And after this place, you'll face another life.
Yes.
So what we do as a team, not only me, we teach them how they are going to cope with the outside life after being inside of the prison and being discriminated by anybody who has met them when they have had mistakes or not. And what we do together, we look for funds and we give them a starting capital. Because when a human being does not have a job, I don't think that, especially a woman who is a mother is somebody who has to entertain not only herself but the family. It's hard when she doesn't have a job.
Yes.
And when she's not educated. And we always go for one thing which is very important. When we educate one woman, we educate the whole world. So we help women to start a new life. We give them the startup capital. We give them whatever they have learned from in prison, they have been corrected in. We give them a way to start a life by being financially depending on themselves without really going and depending of somewhere where they don't know. But before of all of these things, we also train them. We train them. Yes. Because you may give somebody money. If somebody is not trained, the money will be nothing. But we train them. And I thank God that so far we have done a lot in all over Kenya. I think we have been more than 10 prisons in Kenya, and we have done a lot of work. But it's not by ourselves, it's by our God, and it's by our friends who are supporting us. Thank you.
So another question, the second last question, is all about the challenges you encounter as a CEO of the foundation, and also the foundation as a whole when encountering the Kenyan prisons.
Yeah, really we face a lot of challenges. Although God helps us a lot, He has been helping us a lot. He has been faithful. Yes. But we don't have really the resources, yes, even in staffing, even in funds. We have some few ones, and we keep hope and faith that we'll get more. That's the first challenge. Another challenge which we always face is when one of the prisoner director or whoever they put in place just refuse to listen to us. We feel so bad because we are there, we talk to them. In our program, we do counseling, we do legal aids, we do the behavior change, we help them to change their behavior. Actually, we are there to help the headquarters of the prison. But I don't know if really they understand it the way we understand it. So that's the biggest challenge which we always face. But things are getting better. As you have seen now, I'm normal at 100% in Kenya. I'm 50% in Kenya, 50% in my country, Rwanda. But I have in my team Mrs. Kayemba, yes, who has worked in that prison's headquarters for more than 20 years. So she's trying to help us to overcome the challenges. Thank you.
So our last question is about the partners you're having. Yesterday we had Ms. Kayemba talking about Briban, talking about the SOS. So who else are your partners or your future aspiring partners to come?
Yes, we have SOS, which is doing very well with us because as I told you even from Tuesday in my presentation, it's not easy for a child to be in a prison, but when the child has to leave the prison and the mother has to remain in the prison, what do? We have SOS, yes, which is always there for us, and we thank them and we value them, we love them. But we have also Breban School, which is always giving us books, yes, toys, teachers to come and help in prisons. We really thank God for them. Yes. But we have the Catholic University, which today the center celebrated the 20th anniversary of the Center for Social Justice and Ethics of the Catholic University of Eastern Africa. Yes. They have been helping us by giving us some volunteers to come and work with us. They have blessed us a lot. Yes. We are having some potential partners, such as the Canadian women in Ottawa, and we have the women, Jolene, who is in the US. We have UNESCO, which is coming on the board. We have been able to work a bit and to look as a potential partner, UNICEF. We are not yet really feeling that we have everything because of what we are facing, but we have a lot of potential partners, and we know that from this conference, by networking, that we'll get more partners and we'll be able now to have enough staff and pay them, because that has been my only prayer to God. God, make me being able to pay the salaries of my staff. Thank you.
So today we are so glad to have you here and we appreciate for your time.
Thank you.
So back to the camera, you can tell anyone who is listening about this interview what you feel for them and what you need them to be most helping Esperance Foundation, maybe as donors, as friends, and anyone as a family of Esperance Foundation, because we have to care for the dignity of a human person, more so in prisons, the children, the women, even the men in prison. So what's your brief, a short and brief story to them?
Thank you. All the viewers, I'm asking you to love us because God has asked us to love each other. What this world is missing is love. When you love people, you love God. You love us. That when you love us, you support us. We are doing a godly job. We are helping women and children in prisons. We are helping their fathers because we are in a lot of men's also prisons. And in life, you can't talk about a woman without talking about a man. We are the gender balanced people. All we need, you guys, help us, fundraise for us, support us. Every one penny means a lot to the person in prison and outside of the prison. Thank you.
So thank you for your time, and we wish to have you or have more and more interviews next time.